Hello, my friend, and welcome. Tonight, we begin a slow and peaceful journey through the sleepy history of medieval Europe. Find a comfortable place to rest. Close your eyes if you wish, and simply let these gentle stories carry you towards sleep. There is no need to remember every detail. Just relax and listen. Before we begin, please take a quiet moment to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy calm history stories that help you drift into deep, restful sleep. Your support helps this peaceful journey continue. Now, imagine a cool evening nearly 1,000 years ago. The stars shine softly above rolling hills, distant church bells echo across the quiet countryside, and small villages settle into silence. The world moves slowly here, and tonight, so will we. As the first light of dawn spreads across the fields, a small medieval village slowly begins to wake. A church bell rings gently through the cool morning air, calling people to begin another peaceful day. Thin trails of smoke rise from stone cottages as warm fires are carefully lit for breakfast. Chickens wander through quiet yards, while sleepy sheep graze on the dew-covered grass nearby. There are no busy highways, no glowing screens, and no rushing crowds. Life follows the gentle rhythm of the sun and the changing seasons. Most families have lived in the same village for generations, finding comfort in familiar faces and simple routines. As you continue listening, allow this calm and unhurried world to quiet your thoughts, helping your mind grow softer, slower, and ready for a deep, peaceful sleep. In the center of the village stands a small stone church, its simple tower watching peacefully over the homes below. Nearby, a shallow well provides fresh water for every family. Throughout the day, neighbors gather there, exchanging warm smiles and quiet conversations. Children laugh softly as they help carry wooden buckets, while older villagers rest on benches beneath the shade of an ancient oak tree. The narrow dirt paths between the cottages are well worn from countless footsteps over many years. Gardens filled with herbs, onions, beans, and cabbage grow beside nearly every home. Wooden fences surround small fields where animals rest calmly in the fading afternoon light. Everything moves at an easy, gentle pace, inviting you to slow your breathing, relax your body, and drift deeper into the peaceful world of medieval Europe. As the golden sun rises a little higher, the village farmers quietly begin their daily work. Carrying simple wooden tools over their shoulders, they walk slowly toward the open fields. Their lives are not hurried. Each season brings familiar tasks: planting seeds in spring, caring for growing crops through summer, gathering the harvest in autumn, and resting beside warm fires during the long winter months. A pair of sturdy oxen gently pull a heavy plow across the rich soil, while birds sing softly from nearby hedgerows. The cool breeze carries the scent of fresh earth and wildflowers across the countryside. Every day follows a peaceful rhythm shaped by nature rather than clocks. There is comfort in this simple routine, where patience is valued, hard work is shared, and each quiet moment invites your mind to slow, relax, and gently drift toward deep, restful sleep. Not far from the quiet village, a stone castle rests peacefully on a gentle hill. Its tall walls have stood through many seasons, watching over the surrounding countryside. At this early hour, the great wooden gates are open, and a few guards stroll slowly along the walls, their footsteps calm and unhurried. Inside the castle courtyard, horses quietly munch on fresh hay, while blacksmiths prepare their tools for the day. The sound of a distant hammer is soft and steady, never disturbing the peaceful morning. A cook lights the kitchen fire, as the smell of warm bread begins to fill the cool air. Even in a place built for protection, life follows a gentle rhythm. As you imagine these quiet scenes, let your breathing become slower, your thoughts lighter, and your body sink comfortably into restful sleep. Long before the castle becomes busy, the kitchen is already glowing with the soft light of the hearth. A gentle fire cracks beneath a large iron pot, filling the room with comforting warmth. Bakers quietly knead fresh dough, while the pleasant aroma of warm bread slowly spreads through the stone halls. Everything is done with patience, without hurry. Wooden tables hold baskets of onions, carrots, herbs, oats, and apples, gathered from nearby fields and gardens. A cook stirs a simple soup, listening to the peaceful sounds of the morning. Outside, the first birds greet the sunrise, and a cool breeze drifts through an open window. The castle still feels calm, almost sleepy, as if the entire world is waking one slow breath at a time. Let this quiet morning surround you with comfort, allowing your thoughts to become lighter as you gently drift toward deep, restful sleep. As the morning grows brighter, let us leave the castle behind and wander toward a peaceful monastery. Surrounded by stone walls and quiet gardens, it feels like a place where time moves gently. The monks begin their day before sunrise, walking silently through cool stone corridors. Their simple robes brush softly against the floor as they make their way to the chapel. Inside, candlelight flickers across ancient walls, filling the room with a warm, golden glow. Soft voices rise together in calm prayer, echoing gently through the peaceful hall. Outside, herbs grow neatly in small gardens, and bees drift lazily from flower to flower. A few monks copy books by hand, carefully writing each letter with great patience. There is no rush, no noise, only quiet purpose and steady rhythm. Allow this peaceful place to calm your mind, slow your breathing, and gently guide you toward a deep, restful sleep. Once each week, the quiet village welcomes a small market. As the sun climbs slowly into the sky, farmers and craftsmen arrive with wooden carts filled with simple goods. Fresh bread, creamy cheese, woven baskets, colorful cloth, honey, herbs, and polished pottery are carefully arranged on small tables. There is no loud shouting or hurried bargaining, only calm conversations and friendly smiles. Neighbors greet one another as they stroll along the narrow paths between the stalls. Children walk beside their parents, quietly admiring handmade toys carved from smooth pieces of wood. The scent of baked bread mixes with the fresh morning air, while birds continue their gentle songs overhead. Every face seems familiar, and every moment feels unhurried. As you imagine this peaceful market, let its quiet rhythm settle your thoughts, relax your body, and carry you gently toward a deep and comfortable sleep. As the peaceful market slowly comes to an end, let us step into the quiet workshop of a candle maker. The room is warm and calm, filled with the gentle scent of beeswax. Sunlight slips through a small wooden window, creating soft golden patterns across the worn floor. Nothing feels rushed here. The candle maker patiently dips long cotton wicks into melted wax again and again. With every careful layer, the candles become a little thicker. These simple lights will brighten homes, churches, castles, and monasteries after the sun has gone down. In a world without electricity, the soft glow of a candle brings comfort during long evenings. Outside, the village remains peaceful, while inside the workshop, only quiet hands and slow movements continue their timeless work. Let this gentle rhythm calm your thoughts, soften your breathing, and slowly guide you into deep, peaceful sleep. As the sun slowly slips below the distant hills, a gentle evening settles over the village. The sky turns shades of soft orange, pink, and deep blue, while the first stars quietly appear above the rooftops. Families return home after a peaceful day of work, closing wooden doors behind them as warm fires begin to glow inside their cottages. Around the hearth, a simple supper is shared. Fresh bread, vegetable stew, and a little cheese are enough to bring comfort after the day's gentle labor. Children listen quietly as grandparents tell old stories filled with kind kings, wandering travelers, and peaceful forests. Outside, the village grows wonderfully still. Only the faint sound of crickets and the distant hoot of an owl drift through the cool night air. As the fire crackles softly, allow your thoughts to fade, your breathing to slow, and your mind to drift into a calm, restful sleep. Night has now settled gently across the countryside. The great stone castle stands quietly beneath a sky filled with countless stars. Moonlight washes over the towers and walls, giving everything a soft silver glow. A cool breeze moves across the fields, carrying the fresh scent of grass and distant pine trees. A few lanterns burn quietly along the castle gate, where sleepy guards keep a calm watch over the peaceful night. Inside, the busy halls have become still. The fireplaces glow with gentle warmth, and the last whispers of the evening slowly fade away. Horses rest comfortably in their stables, and even the village dogs have curled up beside warm hearths. The whole world seems to breathe more slowly now. Imagine yourself walking peacefully beneath the moonlit walls, hearing only your gentle footsteps, as the quiet beauty of medieval Europe softly carries you toward deep, restful sleep. As the quiet night continues, a single candle still burns inside the monastery library. Tall wooden shelves hold carefully copied books, each one written by hand over many months. The room is peaceful, filled only with the soft scratch of a feather quill moving across smooth parchment. A patient monk sits at a simple oak desk, slowly copying an ancient manuscript, one careful letter at a time. There is no rush. Every word is written with steady hands and quiet attention. Outside, the moon shines through a narrow window, casting a silver glow across the stone floor. The rest of the monastery sleeps peacefully, while this calm work continues in silence. Imagine the gentle flicker of candlelight, the quiet turning of each page, and the peaceful rhythm of slow breathing. Let this timeless library wrap around you like a warm blanket, helping your mind grow quieter as you drift into deep, restful sleep. In medieval Europe, life followed the gentle movement of the seasons. Spring arrived slowly, bringing fresh flowers, warmer winds, and new hope across the countryside. Farmers prepared their fields, planting seeds that would become the harvest of the coming months. Villagers watched carefully as nature began another peaceful cycle. Summer brought long days filled with sunlight. Green fields stretched across valleys, and rivers flowed quietly beside ancient forests. People worked beneath the warm sky, but they also found moments to rest beneath shady trees and enjoy simple gatherings with family and friends. Then autumn arrived with golden leaves and cooler evenings. Villagers collected crops, stored food, and prepared their homes for winter. When snow finally covered the land, life became quieter. Families gathered near fireplaces, sharing stories while waiting for spring to return. This slow connection with nature created a peaceful rhythm, one that gently reminds us to slow down, relax, and rest. Winter arrived softly across the medieval countryside, covering fields and rooftops with a blanket of white snow. The busy sounds of farming have disappeared, replaced by the peaceful silence of the cold season. Smoke rises gently from chimneys as families gather inside their warm cottages, protected from the chilly evening air. Near the fireplace, people repair tools, weave cloth, and tell stories, while the flames create a comforting glow. Outside, frozen paths lead between quiet homes, and the footprints of villagers remain visible in the fresh snow. The forest nearby rests beneath its winter covering, waiting patiently for warmer days. For many people, winter was a season of slowing down and finding comfort in simple moments. The crackling fire, the soft sound of wind outside, and the warmth of family created a peaceful atmosphere. Imagine sitting beside that medieval hearth, feeling safe and calm as the quiet winter night gently guides you toward sleep. In a small workshop near the edge of the village, a blacksmith begins his day beside a glowing furnace. The room is filled with the gentle warmth of fire and the quiet sounds of careful work. With steady hands, he shapes pieces of iron into useful tools, horseshoes, and simple household objects. The blacksmith's hammer moves in a slow and familiar rhythm, creating a soft echo throughout the workshop. Each strike is patient and purposeful, guided by years of experience passed down through generations. Outside, villagers walk along peaceful paths, knowing they can depend on this skilled craftsman. The work may seem difficult, but there is a quiet beauty in creating something with your own hands. The warm light from the furnace, the smell of burning wood, and the steady movement of the blacksmith create a scene that feels timeless. As you imagine this peaceful workshop, allow the gentle sounds to relax your mind and carry you deeper into a calm, dreamlike sleep. Beyond the blacksmith's workshop, the medieval village continues its quiet journey through another peaceful day. Farmers walk along narrow paths, merchants arrange simple goods, and children play near wooden cottages beneath the gentle afternoon sun. The sounds of daily life remain soft and comforting, like a distant melody carried by the wind. In nearby fields, animals rest calmly, while villagers complete their familiar tasks with patience and care. As evening approaches, golden light touches the rooftops and quiet gardens. Medieval Europe was filled with countless simple moments like these, where people lived closely with nature and tradition. Let this peaceful scene surround you tonight, bringing comfort, relaxation, and a gentle feeling of calm as you slowly drift into deep sleep. The medieval roads of Europe stretched between villages, castles, and ancient towns, creating quiet paths where travelers moved slowly beneath changing skies. Caravans carried cloth, spices, and handmade goods along these peaceful routes, while travelers shared stories beside warm fires at night. Some roads passed through deep forests where birds sang softly and streams flowed beside mossy stones. Along the way, small inns offered shelter and simple meals to weary visitors seeking rest. The journey across medieval Europe was not hurried, but guided by nature, seasons, and patience. Imagine walking these ancient paths under the moonlight, feeling the peaceful silence around you. Let this gentle history carry your thoughts away into a world of comfort and deep, relaxing, restful sleep. As dawn arrives over medieval Europe, ancient roads slowly awaken beneath the soft morning light. Travelers begin their journeys with quiet footsteps, carrying supplies across fields and valleys. Wooden carts move gently along paths that have connected villages for centuries. Farmers wave kindly as merchants pass by, while birds sing above the peaceful countryside. Small bridges cross clear streams where travelers pause to rest and enjoy the beauty of nature. These simple roads witnessed countless stories of medieval life, from humble villagers to noble explorers. Tonight, imagine walking along these historic paths under a quiet sky, feeling the gentle breeze around you. Let this calm journey relax your mind and guide you toward a peaceful night of deep, restful sleep. Deep within the medieval countryside, peaceful forests surrounded many villages and castles across Europe. These ancient woodlands were home to countless trees, gentle streams, and quiet creatures that moved beneath the leaves. Travelers often followed forest paths while listening to birdsong and the soft sounds of nature around them. Woodcutters gathered timber carefully, while villagers collected herbs and berries from the green landscape. During peaceful evenings, families rested near warm fires and shared stories about mysterious forests and distant lands. The forests of medieval Europe held many secrets, but they also provided beauty and comfort to those who lived nearby. Imagine walking slowly beneath tall trees tonight, feeling the calm air and gentle silence as you drift into deep sleep. The medieval rivers of Europe flowed quietly through valleys and villages, shaping the lives of countless people for centuries. Along these rivers, fishermen cast their nets in the early morning mist, while boats carried travelers and goods between distant lands. Wooden bridges connected communities, and peaceful riverbanks became places where villagers gathered to rest and share stories. The gentle sound of flowing water brought comfort after long days of work. Castles and towns often grew near these rivers, protected by the natural beauty around them. As night arrived, moonlight reflected across the calm surface, creating a magical scene from the medieval world. Imagine listening to the river's soft melody tonight, allowing your thoughts to relax and slowly drift into sleep. Beyond the peaceful villages and forests, medieval towns slowly grew into centers of trade and craftsmanship. Narrow stone streets curved between wooden houses, small shops, and busy marketplaces. During the day, craftsmen created beautiful items with patience, while merchants exchanged goods from distant regions. Bakers prepared fresh bread, tailors carefully stitched clothing, and potters shaped clay into useful creations. Yet when evening arrived, the town became wonderfully quiet. Wooden shutters closed, lanterns glowed softly, and families returned to their homes. The sounds of footsteps slowly disappeared from the streets as the night settled in. Imagine walking through these ancient town paths beneath gentle moonlight, hearing only the peaceful breeze around you. Let this calm medieval atmosphere bring comfort to your mind and guide you toward deep, restful sleep. Tonight, we leave the quiet town and visit a peaceful monastery garden. Stone walls shelter rows of herbs, flowers, and fruit trees carefully tended by patient hands. Bees drift from blossom to blossom, while a gentle fountain fills the air with soft ripples. Monks walk slowly along narrow paths, pausing to admire the changing seasons. Every plant has a purpose, offering food, medicine, or quiet beauty for everyone who lives here. The peaceful garden invites silence instead of hurry. Breathe slowly as cool evening air carries the scent of lavender and mint. Listen to distant birds settling for the night. Allow your thoughts to become lighter with every calm breath until peaceful dreams gently welcome you into deep, restful sleep. In the quiet halls of a medieval castle, evenings slowly became moments of rest and reflection. After the day's activities ended, servants cleaned the rooms, while nobles gathered near warm fireplaces. Soft candlelight moved across stone walls, creating a peaceful atmosphere filled with comfort. Stories of past adventures, family traditions, and distant lands were shared during these calm nights. Outside, the castle gardens rested beneath the stars, and a gentle breeze passed through the trees. The medieval world was not only about battles and kings, but also about quiet moments like these. Imagine sitting beside the fireplace tonight, surrounded by warmth and peaceful sounds. Let this ancient castle scene relax your mind and guide you toward a deep, restful sleep. In the quiet halls of a medieval castle, evenings slowly became moments of rest and reflection. After the day's activities ended, servants cleaned the rooms, while nobles gathered near warm fireplaces. Soft candlelight moved across stone walls, creating a peaceful atmosphere filled with comfort. Stories of past adventures, family traditions, and distant lands were shared during these calm nights. Outside, the castle gardens rested beneath the stars, and a gentle breeze passed through the trees. The medieval world was not only about battles and kings, but also about quiet moments like these. Imagine sitting beside the fireplace tonight, surrounded by warmth and peaceful sounds. Let this ancient castle scene relax your mind and guide you toward a deep, restful sleep. Across medieval Europe, skilled craftsmen created everyday objects with patience, care, and dedication. In small workshops, artisans shaped wood, metal, leather, and cloth into items used by families, travelers, and communities. A carpenter carefully carved furniture, while a weaver slowly created patterns on colorful fabric. Each movement followed a peaceful rhythm learned through many years of practice. The workshops were filled with quiet sounds, the touch of tools, the movement of hands, and the soft conversations of workers. These craftsmen took pride in creating something useful and beautiful. As evening arrived, they closed their workshops and returned home, leaving behind the gentle memories of another productive day. Imagine walking through these peaceful streets, hearing distant workshop sounds, and allowing yourself to relax into a calm, dream-filled sleep. Beyond the quiet workshops of medieval Europe, another peaceful chapter begins beneath the evening sky. Villagers return home slowly after completing their daily tasks, carrying memories of simple moments and gentle achievements. Inside warm cottages, families gather beside glowing fires, where stories and laughter fill the rooms with comfort. Outside, the moon rises above fields and forests, watching over the sleeping villages below. The medieval world continued through countless quiet nights filled with tradition and harmony. Imagine resting near a peaceful hearth as the soft sounds of this ancient world surround you. Let your breathing become slower and your thoughts become calmer, while this gentle journey through history carries you toward a beautiful night of deep, peaceful, and restful sleep. In the heart of medieval Europe, village celebrations brought people together during special seasons and important occasions. These gatherings were filled with music, simple meals, and friendly conversations beneath open skies. Villagers decorated their homes with flowers and gathered in shared spaces to enjoy peaceful moments with neighbors and friends. Musicians played gentle melodies, while children danced happily around small fires glowing in the evening air. These traditions created memories that lasted for generations and connected communities through kindness and joy. As night arrived, lanterns shined softly across the village paths. Imagine yourself walking through this peaceful celebration tonight, feeling the warmth and harmony of medieval life. Let this gentle scene relax your mind and guide you toward deep sleep. Across the medieval countryside, small farms quietly supported village life through every season of the year. Farmers cared for animals, planted crops, and worked patiently beneath the changing skies. Their homes were simple, but filled with warmth and familiar comforts. Wooden barns sheltered horses and cattle, while gardens provided fresh vegetables and herbs for families. Each morning brought new tasks, yet every evening offered a peaceful moment of rest beside the fire. The quiet rhythm of farming shaped medieval communities and created a close connection with nature. Tonight, imagine walking through these gentle fields under starlight and listening to the calm sounds of the countryside. Let this peaceful journey through medieval Europe slowly relax your mind into deep, restful sleep. In the quiet valleys of medieval Europe, small villages often depended on the gentle work of local farmers and families. Beyond the fields, shepherds guided their flocks across green hills while watching the changing seasons. Sheep moved slowly through peaceful meadows, and the sound of bells around their necks blended with the soft breeze. Shepherds spent long days outdoors, caring for animals and protecting them with patience and kindness. At sunset, they returned home beneath colorful skies, bringing a feeling of calm and satisfaction. Imagine resting beside a quiet hillside tonight, surrounded by nature's peaceful sounds and gentle memories of the medieval world. Let this soothing scene relax your thoughts and carry you slowly toward a deep and peaceful sleep. Across the rivers and valleys of medieval Europe, wooden and stone bridges connected distant communities. These bridges were more than simple pathways. They were meeting places where travelers, merchants, and villagers crossed during their daily journeys. Some were built with strong wooden beams, while others were carefully shaped from stone by skilled craftsmen. Beneath them, peaceful rivers continued flowing through the countryside, reflecting the changing colors of the sky. Travelers often paused on these bridges to rest and enjoy the surrounding beauty. As evening arrived, the footsteps slowly disappeared, leaving only the gentle sound of water below. Imagine standing on an ancient bridge beneath the moonlight, feeling the cool breeze and quiet atmosphere. Let this timeless medieval scene bring peace to your mind and guide you into deep, restful sleep. Hidden within castles and monasteries, medieval libraries preserved the knowledge and stories of the past. Shelves made of dark wood held carefully written books, each page created by patient hands using ink and parchment. In these peaceful rooms, scholars studied history, nature, philosophy, and ancient writings. The gentle sound of turning pages filled the air, while candlelight softly illuminated the quiet corners. These libraries were places of learning, but also places of calm reflection. Monks and scholars spent hours reading and writing in complete silence, surrounded by centuries of knowledge. Imagine sitting in one of these ancient libraries tonight, feeling the warmth of candlelight and the peaceful atmosphere around you. Allow this quiet journey through medieval history to relax your mind and slowly guide you toward deep, restful sleep. Hidden within castles and monasteries, medieval libraries preserved the knowledge and stories of the past. Shelves made of dark wood held carefully written books, each page created by patient hands using ink and parchment. In these peaceful rooms, scholars studied history, nature, philosophy, and ancient writings. The gentle sound of turning pages filled the air, while candlelight softly illuminated the quiet corners. These libraries were places of learning, but also places of calm reflection. Monks and scholars spent hours reading and writing in complete silence, surrounded by centuries of knowledge. Imagine sitting in one of these ancient libraries tonight, feeling the warmth of candlelight and the peaceful atmosphere around you. Allow this quiet journey through medieval history to relax your mind and slowly guide you toward deep, restful sleep. Along the shores of medieval Europe, peaceful coastal villages rested beside the endless waves of the sea. fishermen sailed small wooden boats across calm waters, returning with their daily catch as seabirds flew above the harbor. Simple homes stood near the coastline, protected by strong winds and the rhythm of the tides. The sound of waves touching the shore created a natural melody that guided villagers through their daily lives. At sunset, golden light reflected across the water, and the busy harbor slowly became quiet. Families gathered inside their homes while the ocean continued its gentle song outside. Imagine sitting near the shore tonight, watching the moonlight dance across the waves. Let the peaceful ocean sounds and the quiet history of medieval Europe carry you toward a deep and comfortable sleep. Throughout medieval Europe, travelers moved slowly along ancient roads, connecting villages, castles, and distant towns. These journeys were often long, but they carried stories, discoveries, and peaceful moments along the way. Merchants traveled with wooden carts filled with goods, while pilgrims walked towards sacred places seeking reflection and hope. The roads passed through quiet forests, open fields, and small villages where travelers could find rest and shelter. Small inns along the pathways offered warm meals and comfortable beds after long days of walking. Inside, people shared stories beside glowing fireplaces, while the outside world became silent. Imagine traveling along these medieval roads beneath a peaceful evening sky, feeling the gentle breeze and hearing distant sounds of nature. Let this calm journey through history relax your mind and slowly guide you into deep, restful sleep. Along the rivers and coastlines of medieval Europe, small fishing villages lived in harmony with the water. Each morning, fishermen quietly prepared their wooden boats before sailing into the calm waves or flowing rivers. Their simple tools, handmade nets, and years of experience helped provide food for their families and communities. After returning home, they repaired their boats, shared stories, and enjoyed peaceful evenings beside warm fires. Children played near the shore, while older villagers watched the changing colors of the sky. The rhythm of the water became part of everyday life, creating a gentle connection between people and nature. Imagine sitting beside a medieval shoreline tonight, listening to soft waves and distant voices. Let the peaceful fishing village surround your thoughts, bringing comfort, relaxation, and a slow journey toward deep, restful sleep. As the evening settles over the village, the blacksmith slowly finishes his final tasks of the day. The bright flames inside the workshop begin to fade, leaving behind a warm, golden glow. Tools are carefully placed in their proper places, and the heavy wooden doors are gently closed for the night. Outside, the village becomes quieter with every passing moment. The sounds of footsteps disappear, animals rest peacefully, and a cool breeze moves through the empty paths. The blacksmith returns home, carrying the quiet satisfaction of another day's work. Inside his cottage, a small fire burns beside the hearth, while he enjoys a simple meal with his family. Imagine this peaceful evening scene from medieval Europe. Feel the warmth, silence, and comfort surrounding you as you slowly relax and drift toward deep, restful sleep. Behind many medieval homes, castles, and monasteries, peaceful gardens provided beauty and comfort throughout the changing seasons. These small green spaces were carefully cared for by gardeners who planted herbs, flowers, vegetables, and fruit trees. The gentle colors of blooming flowers and the fresh scent of plants created a calming place away from the busy world. In monastery gardens, monks quietly studied the healing qualities of different herbs, while villagers gathered fresh ingredients for their daily meals. Butterflies moved slowly between flowers, and birds sang softly among the branches. During warm evenings, people often rested beside these gardens, enjoying the peaceful connection with nature. Imagine walking through a medieval garden beneath the soft glow of moonlight. Feel the gentle breeze, the quiet sounds, and the timeless beauty around you as you slowly drift into deep, peaceful sleep. Across medieval Europe, skilled stonemasons created some of the most remarkable buildings of their time. With simple tools and careful hands, they shaped heavy stones into strong walls, churches, castles, and bridges. Their work required patience, knowledge, and many years of practice passed from one generation to another. In peaceful workshops, the sound of carving tools moved gently through the air as craftsmen transformed rough stone into beautiful designs. Every mark and detail carried the dedication of the person who created it. Many of these structures still stand today, reminding us of the quiet effort behind medieval life. Imagine watching a stonemason work beneath the soft afternoon light, surrounded by calm sounds and ancient beauty. Let this peaceful image slow your thoughts and guide you gently toward a deep and restful sleep. Across the wide landscapes of medieval Europe, horses played an important role in daily life. Riders traveled between villages, carried messages, and explored distant roads beneath open skies. The gentle sound of horse hooves moving along dirt paths became a familiar part of the countryside. Farmers cared for their horses with patience, while knights trained with their trusted companions near castle grounds. These animals were valued for their strength, loyalty, and connection with people. In quiet stables, horses rested comfortably on fresh straw as lanterns created a warm evening glow. Imagine walking through a peaceful medieval stable at night, hearing soft movements and gentle breathing from the horses nearby. Feel the calm atmosphere surrounding you as this quiet journey through history continues. Let your mind relax and slowly drift toward deep, peaceful sleep. As autumn arrives across medieval Europe, the countryside transforms into a peaceful landscape of golden fields and cool breezes. Farmers gather together during the harvest season, collecting grains, fruits, and vegetables that will provide food during the colder months ahead. The work is shared among families and neighbors, creating a strong sense of community. Wooden baskets are filled with fresh crops, while quiet conversations and gentle laughter move across the fields. After long days of work, villagers return home feeling grateful for nature's gifts. The evenings become cooler, and warm fires begin glowing inside cottages. Imagine standing among golden fields beneath a calm autumn sky, hearing the soft sounds of nature around you. Let this peaceful medieval harvest scene bring comfort to your mind and slowly guide you into a deep, restful sleep. As winter arrives across medieval Europe, the countryside becomes wrapped in a peaceful blanket of snow. The fields grow silent, rivers move slowly, and village paths become calm beneath the cold evening sky. Inside wooden cottages, families gather around warm fireplaces, enjoying the comfort of simple meals and quiet conversations. The sound of burning logs fills the room, while candles create a soft glow on stone and wooden walls. Outside, gentle winds move through the sleeping forests, but inside, there is warmth and safety. People spend these long nights repairing tools, telling stories, and preparing for the return of spring. Imagine yourself resting beside a medieval fireplace tonight, feeling the warmth around you and listening to the peaceful sounds of winter. Let this quiet scene relax your thoughts and guide you gently into deep, restful sleep. When darkness covers the medieval countryside, monasteries become places of deep silence and reflection. Behind thick stone walls, monks walk quietly through candlelit halls, following routines that have continued for many generations. The gentle glow of candles creates a warm atmosphere, while the sound of quiet footsteps echoes softly through the ancient corridors. In small rooms, monks rest after hours of reading, writing, and peaceful meditation. Outside, gardens and stone pathways sleep beneath the moonlight. The monastery remains calm, protected from the noise of the outside world. Imagine sitting in this peaceful place, surrounded by candlelight, ancient books, and quiet stone walls. Feel the stillness of the night and allow your thoughts to become slower and softer. Let this gentle journey through medieval Europe carry you toward a deep, comfortable, and restful sleep. In medieval Europe, music filled many peaceful moments of daily life. Simple melodies were played in villages, castles, and gatherings, creating warmth and connection between people. Musicians used instruments such as wooden flutes, small drums, and stringed instruments to create gentle sounds that traveled through the evening air. At celebrations, songs brought communities together, while in quiet homes, soft melodies helped families relax after a long day of work. Traveling musicians carried stories from one place to another, sharing news and traditions through their songs. As night arrived, the sounds of music slowly faded beneath the stars. Imagine sitting near a warm fire, listening to a gentle medieval melody drifting through the quiet village. Allow these peaceful sounds to calm your mind, relax your body, and guide you slowly toward a deep and restful sleep. In the peaceful towns and villages of medieval Europe, clothing makers worked carefully to create garments for families, travelers, and nobles. In small workshops, skilled hands measured fabric, prepared threads, and slowly stitched pieces together with patience and care. Every piece of clothing required time, attention, and traditional techniques passed down through generations. Weavers created soft fabrics on wooden looms, while tailors shaped these materials into comfortable clothing suited for different seasons. The gentle movement of threads and the quiet sounds of workshops created a calm and steady rhythm. As evening approached, these craftsmen closed their doors and returned home, leaving their tools ready for another peaceful day. Imagine walking through a medieval street, hearing the soft sounds of distant workshops and feeling the calm atmosphere around you. Let this quiet journey through history relax your thoughts and carry you toward deep, restful sleep. As morning returns to medieval Europe, castles slowly awaken beneath the soft light of the rising sun. Golden rays touch the tall stone towers, while birds circle quietly above the ancient walls. Inside the castle courtyard, servants begin their gentle routines, preparing food, caring for animals, and keeping the rooms comfortable. The guards walk along the walls, watching over the peaceful countryside below. From the highest towers, they can see forests, rivers, and villages stretching across the land. Despite their strong appearance, castles were also homes, filled with ordinary moments of life. Imagine standing inside a quiet castle courtyard, feeling the fresh morning air and hearing distant footsteps on stone paths. Let this peaceful medieval scene surround your imagination, helping your mind become calm, relaxed, and ready for deep, restful sleep. After a long day beneath the open sky, medieval farmers returned home as the evening light slowly faded across the fields. Wooden tools were placed carefully beside barns, animals were settled into warm shelters, and the quiet sounds of the countryside began to appear. The work was finished, and a peaceful moment of rest arrived. Inside their cottages, families gathered around the fireplace and shared simple meals made from the fruits of their labor. Stories were told, laughter filled the warm rooms, and the glow of the fire created a feeling of comfort and safety. Outside, the moon watched over the sleeping fields, while gentle winds moved through the grass. Imagine resting in this quiet medieval cottage tonight, surrounded by warmth and peaceful sounds. Let this timeless scene relax your mind and guide you slowly toward deep, restful sleep. As night deepens across medieval Europe, small villages become quiet beneath a sky full of stars. The busy sounds of the day disappear, leaving behind only the gentle whispers of wind moving through fields and trees. Wooden cottages rest peacefully, with small windows glowing softly from the warmth of nearby fireplaces. Inside these homes, families settle into comfortable evenings, preparing for another day when the sun returns. Outside, narrow paths shine beneath the pale light of the moon, while animals sleep safely in their shelters. The village seems to breathe slowly, following the natural rhythm of the night. Imagine walking through this peaceful medieval village beneath the stars, feeling the cool air and hearing the silence around you. Let this calm journey through history bring relaxation to your mind and gently carry you into deep, peaceful sleep. In medieval Europe, stories were a treasured part of everyday life. Before books became common, many people gathered around warm fires to listen to storytellers share tales of distant lands, brave travelers, ancient traditions, and forgotten moments from the past. Their voices carried through quiet halls, village gatherings, and peaceful evenings beneath the stars. Storytellers traveled from place to place, bringing news and imagination with every carefully spoken word. Their simple stories connected communities and helped preserve memories across generations. Children listened with curiosity, while older listeners enjoyed familiar tales that brought comfort. Imagine sitting beside a medieval fireplace tonight, surrounded by gentle voices and the soft glow of candlelight. Allow these peaceful stories from the past to calm your thoughts, slow your breathing, and guide you softly toward a deep and restful sleep. In a peaceful medieval village, the blacksmith's workshop remained one of the most important places in the community. From early morning until evening, the sound of careful craftsmanship filled the air as iron was shaped into useful tools and objects. Villagers depended on the blacksmith for horseshoes, farming equipment, and everyday items needed for life. As the day ended, the warm glow of the furnace slowly faded. The blacksmith cleaned his tools, closed the wooden doors, and walked home through quiet village paths. The evening air was cool, and the streets were becoming still. Imagine following that peaceful path beneath the moonlight, hearing only gentle footsteps and distant sounds of nature. Let this calm scene from medieval Europe surround you with comfort, helping your mind relax and slowly drift into deep, restful sleep. Along the ancient roads of medieval Europe, small inns offered travelers a warm place to rest after long journeys. These simple buildings stood beside busy pathways, welcoming merchants, pilgrims, and wanderers seeking shelter from the changing weather. Inside, wooden tables, soft candlelight, and a glowing fireplace created a comfortable atmosphere. Travelers shared quiet conversations while enjoying simple meals and warm drinks. Some spoke about distant lands they had visited, while others listened peacefully beside the fire. Above them, small rooms provided a safe place to sleep beneath heavy blankets. Outside, horses rested in nearby stables as the night covered the countryside. Imagine sitting inside a medieval inn tonight, hearing the gentle crackle of the fire and the soft voices around you. Let this peaceful memory from history relax your mind and guide you toward deep, restful sleep. Along the rivers and coastlines of medieval Europe, fishermen followed a peaceful rhythm shaped by the water and the changing seasons. Before sunrise, they prepared their small wooden boats and carefully gathered their tools for another quiet journey. The calm waves reflected the morning sky as they moved across the water. After returning from their work, fishermen repaired their nets and shared stories with their families. Their villages remained close to nature, surrounded by the sounds of birds, waves, and gentle winds. Life near the water was simple, but filled with meaningful moments. As evening arrived, the boats rested near the shore beneath the fading sunlight. Imagine sitting beside a medieval coastline tonight, listening to the peaceful waves and feeling the cool ocean breeze. Let this quiet scene bring comfort to your thoughts and guide you toward deep, restful sleep. As the sun begins to disappear behind the hills, medieval gardens become filled with a soft, golden glow. Flowers gently move with the evening breeze, while gardeners finish their final tasks before the peaceful night arrives. Herbs, fruits, and vegetables rest quietly beneath the fading sunlight, protected by stone walls and wooden fences. In castle gardens and monastery courtyards, people often found moments of calm away from their daily responsibilities. They walked slowly among the plants, enjoying the beauty and silence of nature. Birds settled into nearby trees, and the scent of flowers filled the cool evening air. Imagine walking through a medieval garden beneath the warm colors of sunset, surrounded by peaceful sounds and gentle beauty. Allow this quiet moment from history to relax your mind, soften your thoughts, and slowly guide you toward a deep, restful sleep. As midnight approaches across medieval Europe, the countryside becomes a world of silence and gentle beauty. The moon shines above peaceful fields, ancient forests, and sleeping villages. Silver light touches the rooftops of cottages, the walls of castles, and the quiet paths where travelers once walked. Most people are now resting, surrounded by the warmth of their homes and the comfort of familiar places. Only the soft sounds of nature remain, the whisper of wind through the grass, the distant call of an owl, and the quiet movement of trees. Imagine standing beneath this moonlit sky, looking across the same landscapes that people saw hundreds of years ago. Feel the peaceful connection between the past and the present. Let this calm medieval night surround you, helping your thoughts slow down and gently carrying you toward deep, restful sleep. As a new day begins across medieval Europe, villages slowly awaken beneath the soft colors of the morning sky. The first rays of sunlight enter through small windows, while families prepare for another peaceful day. Fires are carefully lit, fresh bread is baked, and animals are quietly cared for in nearby barns. The sounds of daily life return little by little. Wooden doors open, footsteps move along village paths, and farmers begin their familiar routines. Nothing happens quickly. Every task follows the natural rhythm of the world around them. The morning air feels fresh, carrying the scent of earth, plants, and distant forests. Imagine waking in a small medieval cottage, hearing gentle sounds outside, and feeling the calm beginning of a new day. Let this peaceful scene relax your mind and slowly guide you toward a deep, restful sleep. At the center of many medieval villages stood a small stone church, quietly watching over the lives of the people. Its simple bell tower welcomed each new morning and marked the passing hours with gentle chimes. Villagers gathered there not only for worship, but also to meet neighbors and share important moments together. Around the church grew old trees, whose branches offered cool shade during warm afternoons. Nearby paths were worn smooth by countless footsteps over many generations. Everything felt familiar, steady, and peaceful. As evening settled, the final bell echoed softly across the fields, before silence returned once more. Imagine sitting beneath those ancient trees, listening to the fading sound of the bell as the sky grows darker. Let this calm medieval evening quiet your thoughts, slow your breathing, and gently carry you into deep, restful sleep. On some quiet days in medieval Europe, gentle rain drifted across the countryside, bringing fresh life to fields, forests, and gardens. Tiny drops tapped softly against wooden rooftops, while narrow village paths became dark with moisture. Farmers welcomed the rain, knowing it would help their crops grow strong through the coming weeks. Inside warm cottages, families stayed close to the glowing fireplace, listening to the peaceful rhythm of raindrops outside. The smell of fresh earth filled the cool air, and small streams flowed gently through the green landscape. Birds rested beneath leafy branches until the clouds slowly passed away. Imagine sitting beside a medieval window, watching the soft rain fall across quiet fields and ancient trees. Let the gentle sound of each raindrop calm your thoughts, ease your breathing, and slowly guide you into deep, restful sleep. Across parts of medieval Europe, graceful windmills stood quietly above open fields, turning slowly with the gentle breeze. Their large wooden sails moved in a calm and steady rhythm, helping millers grind grain into flour for nearby villages. The soft creaking of the wooden beams blended with birdsong and the whisper of the wind. People arrived with sacks of wheat, greeted one another kindly, and waited patiently for their turn. There was no hurry, only the peaceful flow of everyday life. Beyond the mill, golden fields stretched toward the horizon, while distant cottages rested beneath a clear blue sky. Imagine standing beside a medieval windmill as its sails turned slowly overhead. Feel the cool breeze upon your face and let the quiet rhythm of the countryside gently carry you into deep, restful sleep. Before the sun rose above the rooftops, medieval bakers quietly began their work. Inside warm stone bakeries, glowing ovens filled the air with comforting heat, while the rich aroma of fresh bread slowly spread through the sleeping village. Bakers mixed simple ingredients with patient hands, shaping each loaf carefully before placing it into the warm oven. As daylight arrived, villagers stopped by to collect warm bread for their families. Friendly smiles and quiet greetings filled the bakery, creating a peaceful start to the morning. The steady rhythm of kneading dough and the gentle crackle of the fire made the bakery feel calm and welcoming. Imagine standing inside this cozy medieval bakery, surrounded by warmth and the scent of fresh bread. Let this comforting scene relax your thoughts and gently guide you toward deep, peaceful sleep. In medieval Europe, people measured time not with wristwatches or glowing screens, but by the quiet rhythm of nature. The rising sun welcomed the morning, birds announced the new day with gentle songs, and the evening sky invited everyone to slow their pace. The changing seasons, the blooming flowers, and the falling leaves reminded people that every moment had its own purpose. Life moved steadily, never rushing from one task to another. Villagers listened to church bells, watched the shadows grow longer, and trusted the familiar cycle of daylight and darkness. This simple way of living brought a sense of peace that is easy to imagine even today. Let yourself follow that gentle rhythm now. Breathe slowly, release every worry, and drift peacefully into deep, restful sleep. After the quiet hours of night, a gentle sunrise slowly brightens the medieval countryside. Soft golden light spreads across fields, rivers, forests, and distant castles, bringing another peaceful day to life. Birds greet the morning with calm songs, while a cool breeze carries the fresh scent of grass and wildflowers through the villages. Smoke rises gently from cottage chimneys as families prepare simple breakfasts beside warm fires. Farmers walk toward their fields, shepherds guide their flocks across green hills, and the village slowly awakens without hurry. Every movement feels calm, familiar, and connected to the rhythm of nature. Imagine standing on a quiet hillside as the first sunlight touches the land around you. Breathe deeply, feel the peaceful morning air, and let this beautiful beginning gently calm your mind as you drift into deep, restful sleep. As evening returns to medieval Europe, warm candlelight begins to glow inside cottages, monasteries, and castle halls. Small flames flicker softly against stone walls and wooden beams, creating a peaceful atmosphere that invites rest and quiet reflection. In a world without electric lights, candles brought comfort during long nights and gentle companionship during calm conversations. Families gathered near the hearth while shadows moved slowly across the room. Monks read ancient books beside a single candle, and travelers rested peacefully after long journeys along the old roads. Outside, the countryside became silent beneath the stars, while inside, the soft light continued its quiet dance. Imagine sitting beside a candle in a medieval room, watching the gentle flame and feeling its warm glow. Let this peaceful light relax your thoughts and guide you slowly into deep, restful sleep. Our peaceful journey through medieval Europe is almost complete. Together we have wandered through quiet villages, ancient castles, peaceful monasteries, gentle rivers, moonlit forests, and warm cottages filled with simple comforts. Each place has shared a small piece of history, inviting us to slow down and appreciate a world that moved with patience and nature. Now the night is calm, the stars shine softly overhead, and the countryside rests in complete silence. The fires have burned low, the candles flicker gently, and every path has become still. There is nowhere else to travel and nothing more to do. Take one slow, comfortable breath. Feel your body becoming heavier and more relaxed with every passing moment. Let the quiet beauty of medieval Europe gently carry you into a deep, peaceful, and refreshing sleep. Our gentle journey through the sleepy history of medieval Europe has now come to a peaceful end. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me, wandering through ancient villages, peaceful castles, silent monasteries, and beautiful countryside beneath the stars. I hope these calm stories helped your mind slow down and your body relax. If you are still awake and you enjoyed this peaceful history for sleep, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more relaxing bedtime journeys through history. Your support allows us to continue creating calm stories that help people around the world rest. Now, there is nothing left to do and nowhere left to go. Simply close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let the peaceful echoes of medieval Europe fade gently into your dreams. Good night, sleep well, and I look forward to joining you again on our next peaceful historical journey.